Right.
Okay, so um I was trying to, well, I was doing the training with Darius for a moment, and then I was doing the training with Darius, and it was going pretty well.
Until.
Can't, I mean, he was doing pretty well, but I can't
Uh-huh.
say that I particularly like doing the one-on-ones, not being face-to-face and over the phone.
Oh, it's new to you. Yeah, that's right. You came on board when Cyber Senior was doing it. I
Yeah,
came on board when we started on the phone.
yeah, I did do a few of them here and there,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
they kind of picked up and they dropped off. But the issue with we were helping Bazad, and the strangest thing happened. He didn't have Zoom on his iPad somehow.
Oh,
Bazad.
oh, really? So
Yeah.
was it, so you all had to download the Zoom icon?
Well, we ended up running out of time because, and where he was, he didn't have any service. He had poor service, so we couldn't even get him started with being able to use the App Store to even download Zoom. So I said I'll call him back another day.
Well,
And
yeah, you got to take some responsibility for that though, because you know the three more important things on that iPad that they should have Zoom on it. So this
yeah,
is a good learning right here that is not the case. It didn't happen when you checked the apps.
there were only a small few that I didn't get a chance to check, but even then,
Yeah,
before
but
they
these are just five of these. You should have checked all of them. You got to take some responsibility in that one. You need to check for Zoom. You need to check for email. Those two are the most important things.
yeah.
So that's a learning curve right there. Okay, so I've admitted everyone so far. Now let me go back to tap on.
Let me, is the recording paused or stopped? Okay.
Let me find out what's going on with the recording. And why am I not even seeing everyone? I've got everyone going, but I'm not seeing everyone.
That's crazy.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so why am I not seeing the
Yes, I
participants?
can.
Okay. Just not seeing the participants. I guess I'll just have to settle for.
I see your screen. Don't line 7.
Is the recording on? Let's find out.
Yeah, it is. It's recording right now.
Okay. Is it on? Yep. Well, since I can't see anyone, I guess I'll just try to figure it out right now because we're at the 1 o'clock hour.
We are here.
Yes. Thank you for letting me know.
We're seeing you.
You're seeing me. I'm not seeing you though. I don't know what's going on here on my end. But as long as you're seeing the screen, that's what's important. As you can see, how's everyone today?
Great.
Great.
Yeah, are we all gonna start selling on online now?
Yes.
Why not, right? So get those things out you're no longer using and start selling them online.
Yep.
Okay. And if we can get those that are coming in with their TV in the background, please turn it off or mute, do something. Someone with the TV in the background, please turn your TV off or mute.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. All right, Isaiah, you ready?
Yep,
Isaiah?
already taking attendance.
Okay, very good. So again, hello everyone. Today we're going to explore online selling, requested by one of our very own seniors. So this is going to be a two-part series because I found so much information, and it's not like any one particular online marketplace is ideal. They all varies for different reasons. So we need to address, the most typical ones, because there are many of them coming on more and more every day. So today we're going to begin looking at eBay. Then we're going to go to Facebook Marketplace. And I don't know, there's close to 100 slides alone right now up to Craigslist. So this is going to be a two-part series. I can see it going into that area because there's so much to cover. And I don't want to overwhelm anyone with all this information. So we're going to start off looking at what is online selling, and then we'll take a look into, we start off with eBay. So selling your stuff online has become a popular alternative. At least it worked for me. I've had experiences with all three of these marketplaces that we're going to cover today. So I can speak from my firsthand experience, the fact that I either bought or sold things on these marketplaces. So they're saying it's an alternative to the garage sales. For casual sellers, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and Craigslist, they're all free options that connects you with potential buyers in your area. But there are some restrictions as to what you can sell, and it can take a bit of know-how to stand out on the platform. So you got to know what you're doing if you're going to be selling on any of these marketplaces, digital marketplaces. All right, so what happened here? Let's go back. I think my thing jumped too far. Okay, next. All right, so research and price. And before you post anything for sale, you need to do your homework. So we're going to start today getting you familiar on what to look for, how to prepare to sell online. Okay. Before you even go there, you need to also think of, okay, so what marketplace do I want to sell on? Choose the right platform. Is it going to be Craigslist? Is it going to be eBay? Is it going to be Facebook Marketplace? Is it even going to be Amazon? The decision is yours based on the product that you would like to sell. So to start selling on eBay, whether you want to make some extra cash, clear out some unwanted items from around the house, or you can start a business, it is easy to start selling on eBay. If you don't have an eBay account yet, you can sign up. So I've displayed the link there. I can always email it to those who request it, how to sign up for eBay, how on their marketplace. But it's a very simple step-by-step process to do so. Nothing complex to sign up. All right, so getting started on eBay. First thing you'll need is an email address, and I assume that everybody has an email address. Second, you'll need to select an item to create and verify your account. They want to verify that you are who you say you are. And then they're going to ask you to set up payment information during that first listing. And preferred payment account details on hand, and be ready to receive a call or a text on your phone for verification. So they want to verify again that your phone number is legitimate, your email is legitimate. Okay, and it's as simple as clicking, once you access this website that I have this string of this URL here, once you get there, you'll see something that says sign up for eBay account. You simply click on that and you're basically on your way to creating an eBay account. Okay, so this is what, when you get there, this is what it looks like. You can create a personal one or you can create a business one. It's up to you, depending on what, because you can actually have a business eBay account where you have a store, so you're actually selling stuff from your store, or you can have a personal account, which is like basically us. We have items at home that we want to sell, so it'll be a personal account. And as you could see, first, last name, email address, and when you create a password, and if you to verify you, you're even able to use your Google credentials or your Facebook credentials or your Apple credentials, your iCloud Apple ID. You can also use that for verification. All right, so I think the key of selling online is actually creating your listing, the item. That is the first step in getting your item is in front of the buyers. There are many tools and options to help make sure that your listing ends in a sale. So eBay will help you. As you can see from the form here, there are many tools available, check boxes, drop downs, on how you get started. Notice on this form that I have here, where it's highlighted with that red rectangle, that is where you begin to create your listing. And they give you like what type of text you want to use. All these different things are there for creating your listing. It's not a difficult task, it's how you create it may be the one. The next thing that they're saying, after you've created, or when you, in fact, I think it's before you create your listing, you have to have high quality photos. Very important. When I wanted to sell my car, I had to actually get someone to take some really nice sharp shots of my car. And because that's an attractive feature for the buyer, is how does your item look? That means your item has to be really high quality photos. Snap your items from multiple angles in a well-lit place and capture any blemishes for transparency. On eBay app, you can clean up your images and add a white background. So the app is even allowing you to add a white background to those images that you may upload. Pick a purchase form. If you want to sell your items quickly, then you will go with, but buy it now is probably the best format for you. So there are two options here. You can buy it now is probably the best format for you. Otherwise, if you want to try your luck and shoot the best possible price, they say go to auction. An auction really works. I've gone to eBay auctions looking at things. It's like maybe 2-3 days of bidding going on. You get the best price, depending on if it's a car, if it's a high price item, an auction is probably the best way to go. Set the right price. eBay will recommend a price based on recent sales of similar items. So they're actually going to help you with the pricing. You can even watch how other sellers are pricing their items or use best offers to negotiate and sell faster. Then there's the shipping part. eBay provides recommendation for delivery, but to save on shipping, use an eBay delivery label. So they have their labels available. Plus, if you're selling locally, you can also meet with your buyer. You don't always have to ship things if it's a local. How much does it cost? Well, to do it, once your item sells, they're saying that they generally charge 10 to 15% of the final value. Now, here's another thing. If you become a real serious eBay seller, you can have the first 250 listings each month are free. And then after, it's 35 cents insertion fee per listing. So if you had a store going or you wanted to create a digital store, you use eBay, and they're saying the first 250 listings each month are free, and then after 35 cents for an insertion per a listing. So there are two types of ways you can sell on eBay. What's the best way to ship my items? Well, eBay provides, again, recommendation, but you can choose a preferred shipping carrier. Can't make it to your local drop-off. Some offer free pickups. UPS will come and pick things up from your home once you have a UPS account, or FedEx will do the same. Print your shipping labels with eBay to receive a discount from the carriers. They're saying that if you print your labels via eBay, you will get a shipping discount. And if you don't have a printer, they'll offer you what is known as a QR code for eBay labels. Okay, can you sell locally on eBay? When creating your listing, you can offer local pickup by selecting it in the shipping details. Once a buyer pays, they'll receive a QR code and 6-digit code, which you can scan or enter with the app to confirm the sale. So the buyer, in this case, in eBay, is not actually paying you when they arrive at your local pickup. They're paying eBay. So you don't have to worry about money exchanging. Whereas on Craigslist, it's very different in this way, and you'll see why. In other words, this is a safer way to sell items than Craigslist. How much will it cost to ship the item? You can choose the shipping options, the greatest value that's convenient for you. You can use any packaging supplies you may already have at home or get free boxes from carriers. For added touch, eBay branded supplies are available for purchase. How should I choose my listing price? For most items, we can provide, that's eBay, recommendation on recently sold items that are similar. How you price your item can depend on how you prefer to sell it. It could be auction or buy it now. Choose a lower starting price for auctions to create more interest. Okay, so of course, when you're doing anything online, you always have to think of the safety features that are involved. I did do some research on how does eBay help to avoid scams? Well, they're saying that they understand that things can happen out of your control, but when they do, eBay have your back. And so they're even giving you a link. You can explore some of the eBay protections that they have in place. Now, I will not swear on eBay or any of these online vendors as far as security aspects. I will still always be very cautious in whether I'm a seller or a buyer on these digital marketplace, because there are always scams that they don't have any control of. All right, what can I actually sell on eBay? You can sell almost anything from homemade goods to used or unused items from your closet. They say they restrict items that violate any laws or infringe on intellectual property. All right, when would I get paid? After, this is eBay, after they've confirmed the buyer's payment has been received, the buyer is actually paying eBay. Okay, they're sent, have been received, the payouts are sent directly to your bank account, Monday through Friday, excluding bank holidays, within 2 business days. So the money is there within 2 business days after the buyer pays that money. Once a payout is initiated, funds are typically available within 1 to 3 business days, depending on your bank's normal processing time. Do I have to pay federal income tax on my sales? Well, starting this year, as you could see, January 1st, the IRS regulation required that all businesses that process payments, including online marketplaces like eBay, to issue a 1099-K for all sellers who receive $600 or more in sales. So if you're selling anything under $599, you wouldn't be getting a 1099. But if any of your items, like if you're selling a car on eBay and you're selling it in thousands, yes, you're going to be getting a 1099, then you're going to have to pay tax on it. However, let's go down. Only goods that are sold for a profit are considered taxable, okay, for a profit. So you wouldn't owe any taxes on something you sell for less than what you paid for it. So let's say you wanted to sell your car you've had for the last, what, 5 years or whatever. You're certainly not going to be selling it at the price you bought it for 5 years ago. So would you be paying taxes on it? No, because you're selling it for less than what you're not making a profit on it. For example, if you bought a bike for $1,000 last year and then sold it on eBay for $700, that $700 you made would generally not be subject to income tax. So I wouldn't worry about income tax. All right, the amount charged depends on the item's price, okay? In the format and category you choose for your listing. Any optional listing upgrades, ads, and your seller conduct and performance. So again, the prices varies on how much you're going to be charged once you sold that item. Insertion fees. This again happens after you've used up your $250 per month. For individuals like us, we certainly aren't going to be making that many listings in 1 month. So I wouldn't worry about insertion fee unless you decide to become an eBay store where you have like hundreds and hundreds of items that you have somewhere in a warehouse and you're selling it via eBay. That's how some people make their living today, just buying things and selling them on eBay and advertising them on eBay. After you've used up your 250 allowances, then a fee's coming, and we talked about how it would be 35 cents per an insertion. All right, so good till the canceled listings are fixed prices that renew automatically once per calendar month. They're saying that they charge an insertion fee on applicable optional listings, upgrade fees when you list your items for the first time, and each time it's renewed. Again, this does not apply to you unless you're listing more than 250 items per a month. Final fees. We charge one final fee when your item sells. You don't have to worry about third-party payment processing fees. This fee is calculated as a percentage of the total amount of the sale plus 30 cents per an order. All right, so for more information on selling on eBay, I'd highly recommend, if this is where you'd like to go, it's a simple process, as you can see. It's a matter of creating an eBay account, and then even before that, you want to take some really high quality photographs of the items that you want to sell or item. And once you have those quality photos, you create an account, you follow the instructions on how to create the listing, to be adding all the words, and list it. Once it's sold, then that's where you'll be paying eBay the money. Okay, now we're going to look at selling on Facebook Marketplace. I actually bought a car through this, so it works well for locals and for distance. For casual sellers, Facebook Marketplace is a free option that connects you with potential buyers in your area. But there are restrictions as to what you can sell and how it can take a bit of know-how to stand out on the platform. All right, so how to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Sellers could put a price on sell items, Facebook Marketplace, with interest buyers who would search for the item and even message the buy and sell group. Here's an image of a car I sold a couple of years ago on Marketplace. I listed it and it went within days, and the person came from out of state to pick the car up. So the person came from Georgia to Florida to pick up the car. So doesn't mean it has to be local. If that price is right and they really want that item, they will fly in or find a way to get it. So I said goodbye to my car of after 10 years of owning it. It was a heartbreaker. All right. So you might want to start an online store also on Facebook Marketplace. It's a great place to get started. So if you want to start your own little business, you can do it on Marketplace. Okay, make some extra cash selling things from your home. So let's find out about what is this Facebook Marketplace. Once upon a time, a buyer would normally visit a garage sale. Today, a buyer would instead search with a product and a price in mind in a much bigger digital space. And when I wanted to buy my next car, this is where I went. I went to Facebook Marketplace. All right. Anyone can purchase and put a price on item. The potential buyer may have found posts of items they like or search through the entire marketplace within specific categories or directly browsing shops and photos they love. And anyone can list their stuff, assuming they have a Facebook account page. You can sell anything from your wardrobe, you know, whatever you have in your closet, shoes, whatever you want to, from your garage, whatever you have. Purchases on Facebook Marketplace are done through Facebook Messenger, which is an app you have on your device, giving you a chance to connect and build relationship with your customers. For example, you can negotiate price and send photos, sell more of your items, and even direct them to Facebook Marketplace profile. This is a good place. It's if you want to have an ongoing business and you don't really want to put out money like on eBay, you don't have to really pay here. Okay, so let's look and see how you can create a listing and start selling your own Facebook accounts. First thing, again, they say create a listing. I say first thing is get some good images of the items you want to sell or item. Okay, and then once you have that, you will go to your Facebook page and you will go to see that's the icon on your Facebook page. You need to look for Facebook Marketplace. Click on that, and then your options will be items for sale, whether it's a vehicle for sale and a property or for rent. You'll then be taken to the list preview. You can rent for put up a place to rent or sell property. All of this can be done on Facebook Marketplace. Again, start by taking, they're saying up to about 10 photos and then title the price, the category, and a full description of the item. Full description of the item is very important. People read, they want to know. High quality images, very, very, very important. They're saying that the product would be better and to be integrated into Facebook Marketplace algorithm, and the more people will show it too. Yep. Finalize your listing. As you fill out the relevant details and listing fee, the preview will update. Once you're satisfied with how it looks, this is how it would look on that image I have there. You give a description of the item, you give a picture of the item, and then it's all out there. You will get people that will be contacting you. So what is it? Step one, open Facebook app on your phone or your Android and tap on Marketplace tab, and then you'll find it. Step two, now you'll be able to see the tab with all the listings for different sellers. Step three, tap on what are you listing and type in what you want to sell. Very simple, step by step. Okay, step four, after this, you'll be able to take the new page with an entry to different entries. Now enter all the details about the items you're selling, and confirm the listing. So I would recommend that you actually write it out, whatever your details are first. And then once you sit down to create that listing, you have it all right there. It's just a matter of entering it in. And then it's a matter of just click the post. And congratulations, your listing is now live and Facebook Marketplace. Very kind of different from eBay. eBay have all these different regulations you've got to go through. Marketplace is a simpler approach, cleaner, user-friendly for beginners like us. So here are three simple tips on how to perfect your listing. Your listing, again, is the key, okay? Very important that you have pick the right category. What do they mean by pick the right category? This seems straightforward, but one of the best things you could do for your listing is to make absolutely certain that it's been placed in the certain category that's best for the product that you're selling. Of course, if you're selling a car, you'll put it in the car section. If you're selling furniture, you put it in the furniture section. If you're selling a computer or anything electronic, you put it in the electronics section. Categories are important. All right, for instance, the online search behavior of a target marketplace suggests that the majority would filter the category to instantly match the query with its best item. You want to stay in the game by being present in categories you think would secure your conversion. So when I start to look for an item, I go to Google. And if my items are in the right category, or if I go to the right category, I could find the item I'm looking for. And they're saying, if you want to sell, do the same thing. To appeal to your target market and potential buyers, you'll need to make sure they can find your stuff easily. In truth, this would also organize your product thematically and save you more time in sorting out your listing. Even store owners fall victims to messy categorization. They don't have it in the right category. So when a buyer is interested in a product, they need to buy one finger, snap, they're in the right category looking for that item. All right, let me add a few more people. Okay, so again, high quality photos. They said it's very important. They said the hour before the sunset is called the golden hour for a reason. It is no brainer. They say a great way to do this by taking good quality, high quality photos. Consider adding greenery to the background, trying out different angles and practicing good lighting. That iPad you have would work for you. It's very good, it has a very good camera to take those photographs. Remember, Facebook wants you don't want to misrepresent a product. Putting out high quality photos does not entitle us to create a cheat sale. A lot of complaints come from false marketed photos that do not match the product. That is so true. You see something, you're looking at the photo and you're thinking that's the product you're actually buying. They're saying be genuine about your business. That's all that matters to buyers, be genuine. Don't put out something you're, make believe. Boosting your Facebook market listing will get it in front of more potential buyers. The more people your listing gets in front of, the more people respond and the better chance you'll make a sale. The price you sell an item would also match the search filters for those who are looking for items within their budget. Knowing who to target would be the key to boosting your listing. All right, that is saying, here's another tip. We recommend waiting to try this until you've gotten comfortable with selling on Facebook. In other words, don't start selling a whole lot of items. Start off with one item. And if that works well, then keep going. But don't put out a whole lot the first time around. Okay, here's another one. They're saying that the Centric tips for the storefront. When you list to sell your first item on Facebook Marketplace, it automatically creates a shop profile for you. This is equivalent of people walking past your shop in the street. A marketplace is your digital storefront, okay? If it's alluring, they'll want to stay longer and hopefully buy something on Facebook. You can make it alluring in 2 key ways. Let's find out what are those ways. I can almost tell you it's going to be the listing, how it's listed, if it's in the right category, and of course, even better, high quality images. Now, if you decide to start selling on Facebook Marketplace on a regular basis, they have badges. There's some stores display certificates of products on their wall, like stellar reviews from local weekly newspaper. If you want to sell fast, you'll have to respond fast. On Facebook, you can be rewarded with 2 different badges. The very responsive badge is awarded to sellers with fast response rates. To receive it, you must have a timely manner with a response rate of over 90% and a response time of fewer than 15 minutes. You can also be granted the community recommended badge, which is given to sellers who have a high rating on Facebook Marketplace. To receive this badge, you'll need to have been rated at least 3 times at 75% of these ratings needed to be positive. So you're going to be reviewed. If you start selling there on a regular basis, then people want to know who they're buying from. And if you have good reviews, guess what? You're going to have regular shoppers buying from you. That's if you want to start a online digital store from your home. They're saying that the Facebook checkout makes the process of selling incredibly easy. Customer forms are pre-populated. That's for someone who's wanting to buy something from your Facebook ad, and the purchase can be completed without them ever leaving the site. Right there and then, they're buying it. The easier it is for someone to buy something, the increased likelihood they'll buy it. So it's a win-win. All right, so here's some final tips about selling on Facebook Marketplace. Don't be afraid to experiment. Test different listings, answer questions you might encounter. Does one work better than the other? Is it because you've added an MJOY? Is it because potential buyers prefer different delivery methods? Is the item description too short? You need to know what is the best way to list your items. Perhaps, or maybe it's because you included it in different categories. Yeah, you want to put it in one category and then go to another category. People keep seeing it popping up. It says there's a problem there. Start selling. You can almost test with Facebook Marketplace ad, which can be featured both on the news feed and Marketplace. Interested buyers would love a sale. Daily deals and more details on promotions produce significantly more clicks and sales than counterparts. Because of course they do, everyone wants in on a deal with the lowest price. No one is forced to put items on sale, but joining the demand and keeping with the seasons should definitely be on one's checklist. Their value in lowering your price, but getting a maximum profit you expect from a purchase. Further, those sales are increased even more when Facebook checkout is available. All right, so pay attention to these things if you decide to start selling. Facebook Marketplace has strict deadlines that senders must work with. Orders must be shipped within 3 days and received within 7. So don't go selling, shipping the item, for 10 days delivery unless you and this buyer agrees on it. There is a high demand and even higher chance that the potential buyers are influenced to become repeated buyers if the shipping service is great. So get some good shipping services. With most users trying to get considerable options for courier service, staying on top of the latest shipping rates would be definitely a benefit for your potential buyers. Shipping calculators would be your friend when there would be a peak season or demand on express shipping. So it's best to stay on top with great courier options such as Sindel. I don't know what Sindel is, but I can look it up. Whether you're deep in the holiday season or simply decluttering unwanted stuff from your store, Sindel will help you get your items get from A to B. All right, so that brings us to the end of the this part of the, so we've covered eBay, we've covered Facebook Marketplace. I want to go in now to Craigslist, and let's looking at the time, we have 20 minutes left. What do you all feel? You want to wrap it up for today, or should I continue on into Craigslist?
You can continue, but
You
can
can
you hear me?
continue.
Teresa, can you hear? Teresa,
Yes,
can
I
you hear
can
me?
hear. Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
can.
I'm on a phone because my iPad isn't working right. But I just wanted two definitions. When you said PLs, you said something in your PLs, and then you talked about boosting, and I didn't know what either of those were.
Ugh, I'd have to go back. PL.
You said eBay receives after eBay receives your money, and they have the PLs in my account back in my bank in 2 days.
Meaning they're confirmed that the money is there.
No, but what is
But
the word
I'd have to,
PL?
yeah, I'd have to go, before I answer that,
Okay.
I'd have to go look
All
up
right.
the definition on that.
Okay, and what do they mean by boosting? They said if you can boost your listing, what does that mean?
I mean, if you become a regular seller,
Oh,
you can get buyers coming back always,
I see.
because you've rated, you're now getting high reviews.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So we're gonna go on then to Craigslist. This Craigslist it works, but it's also scary. At least to me it is. And the reason I'm saying that, I personally know of an incident that took place on Craigslist that almost took somebody's life. But we'll explore it. But I have used Craigslist for selling and buying. When I wanted to empty out my storage unit, I sold the things through Craigslist, and it was done within like 24 to 48 hours. They're all gone. So it does work, but you don't know who's showing up to buy these things. So that in itself, it's not safe if it's you alone doing it. If you're going to have somebody showing up to buy something from you, if it's your home, you might want to, that's the part that I talk about, what to be fearful. At a storage unit, I didn't feel that threatened because I had someone else there with me, so it wasn't so bad, but I would not have done it on my own. So they're saying that what Craigslist generally does, it serves the local buyers, okay, generally. But selling used items in Craigslist isn't simple as snapping a glowy shot with your smartphone and throwing it online. To get the most out of your old stuff, you'll need to follow a specific set of rules for success. Not everything secondhand sells for the best price on Craigslist. So again, you might think it's cheaper on Craigslist, but perhaps it could be cheaper on eBay, Facebook, or in some cases, Amazon. So we have furniture. Typically, yeah, if you've got stuff at home or in a storage unit, Craigslist is the way to go. Again, be cautious about, if they're coming to your home, you better know, yeah, at least be feeling confident that this person is a trustworthy person. So they're saying furniture and other large items tend to sell best on Craigslist. Smaller or pricier items like jewelry, valuable or rare collectibles often sell better on eBay or Amazon or SD. These platforms serve much wider market, including international buyers. Craigslist generally serve local buyers only. All right, so choose the right Craigslist market. Craigslist operates on local level with subdomains for different cities and towns. depending on the density of population centers where you live, there may be many Craigslist cities to choose from. For example, in the DMV area, you've got what? All those different Maryland, DC, Virginia, or Northern Virginia, and all of that could fall onto a subdomain because there are so many, cities so close up. So rather than posting only in one of the marketplace, in other words, don't just post in DC, you may want to post in Maryland as well as Northern Virginia, per se. Note that college towns and areas with lots of young adults make great market to sell furniture and other used goods on Craigslist. Yeah, if you live in a college town where students are setting up, for the next 2 or 3 years to live locally, they look for used furniture and used things to get them through those years of living. So look, when you're deciding on Craigslist, especially if you live in the DMV area, don't just list it in the DC area, list it in the sub areas as well. Ask for, if you ask for too much money, you wouldn't get a legitimate response. Set the asking price to too low and you'll leave money on the table, or worse, spook away buyers by making them wonder what's wrong with the item. And that is so true. If it's too low, I'd say, oh no, it can't be real. So I'm thinking it's a spook, or so. One thing is, they say if you ask for too much money and you wouldn't get any. So where do you find that right price? Well, I guess you'd have to look to see what other items are being sold for to get the right price. So after looking for comparable items on Craigslist and other used marketplaces, you should have a decent idea of the price range. Now take a hard look at the condition of your item. If it's missing parts, doesn't quite work right, or just has been better days, or on the low side of the, you want to put it on the low side of the price range. Or if it's great it's in great condition like new, then you may want to price it in the top range of the price range. So there's a range, in other words. Not so new, old, maybe not that great, low. If it's on a newer or new, higher end of the price range. They said don't fixate on what you paid for the item. Sure, if you bought a Blu-ray player when it was a high-end gadget, when you bought it as a graduation gift many years ago, or for whatever reason, but since then you spilled your drink on it or twice, and nowadays people don't really buy, for example, people aren't buying Blu-ray players anymore because they're streaming. So would you want to sell it for what you bought it for a few years ago? Nobody's going to buy it. So keep in mind that these are used items and people are looking for great buys. So the headlines that attract, how do you get someone looking at your items on Craigslist? The first rule is, again, write in the headlines of Craigslist must be specific. So here's some fine rules. Don't write couch for sale. In other words, if you purchase the couch at IKEA, then put down IKEA KV 3-seat sofa couch for sale. List the brand and the model number if known. That not only states clearly what you're selling, but engenders trust more than on the short, the couch for sale. Use keywords buyers might search for so that your ad pops up in the search results. Notice how the example, for example, that I have here, the example above, use the word couch and sofa. Notice the difference, couch for sale, and I have sofa couch. Keep the headlines under 3 characters if possible, so that mobile devices display the full title. Okay? Never phrase headlines like, questions like, want a great couch? It feels scammy to buyers. Likewise, avoid symbols such as hashtag, the @ or $. Don't list the price on the headline. It's clearly visible elsewhere. So don't list it on the headline. The ad itself is important. There are both the art and science to writing effective Craigslist ads. Keep the following rules as you write your description. Here they are. Disclose the right amount of detail. Ever looked at a Craigslist ad that only had 1 or 2 sentences in the description, which left you with more questions than answers? I know I have. Or at the other end of the spectrum, a 5,000-word essay of a description that made your brain switch off. Yep, that happens too. The right amount of detail depends on what you're selling in particular, its complexity, and to some extent, its price. Details. Okay, so now you're gonna create that ad. Complex, expensive items like vehicles, real estate, and some higher-end electronics need longer, more detailed description. That the IKEA KV couch, what I mentioned earlier. Whenever possible, link to the manufacturer specs for the product. The prospect buyer can then read as much as little detail as they like without your overwhelming them, okay? Include dimensions when selling furniture. Buyers need that information, especially if they're picking it up. They want to know the size of them, if they can bring what size truck they need, transportation. Always include the item's color, age, and condition. Make your payment policy strictly, extremely clear, ideally cash only, and more on this. So I'll talk about that later. I am going to get to that. If there are any damages, buyers on Craigslist are rightfully wary of goods they buy secondhand from strangers they'll never see again. One way you can build trust instantly is disclosing all imperfection with your item upfront in the description. And that is so true. If I find that it's there, I can reason it. I said, do I really want to have something that's partially damaged? What is it? But if I agree to something and I go out there and find it's damaged, I'm walking away because you weren't honest. So I'm not going to trust you. Be sure to take close-up photos of imperfection as well as more photos shortly. Caption these photos to reference the imperfection. Right, show them actually what it is. Not only does this build trust and encourage buyers to contact you, but it also reduces the risk of wasted time when buyers show up to inspect and buy your item. All right, so now as far as the ad now, include your name in Craigslist ad helps what? Establish trust. If you don't feel comfortable stating your full name, at least include your first name. No one wants to buy anything from an anonymous stranger. By stating your name, you make yourself that much more human, accessible, and trustworthy. All right, now, do you put in your phone number? In your listing, state your cell phone number besides your name, but write out the last digits as a word. For example, looking at the example there, that prevents scraping or scrapping software from finding it and adding you to the marketer list. And they do that. If you prefer, request that the buyer texts you rather than call you. And that is very true. When shopping on Craigslist, I'd rather text, and I'd rather also selling, I'd rather receive text. Why include your number? For 2 reasons. First, it helps establish trust. Second, people who text you are more likely to see your response and quickly by text message rather than email. So it works better than email, which means they're more likely to follow up and schedule a time to come and look at your item. Set a deadline. If you miss, if you missed your marketing 101 in college, in summary, urgency and scarcity drives action. Set a deadline in your ads to make it clear your offer isn't waiting for around forever. Need to be picked up by Saturday. Just make sure you set the date at least 3 days from the time you place it, preferable 4 to 6 days. Set the date too close, and buyers think they have the upper hand in negotiating and that you need to sell more than you need to buy. So don't set it too close, in other words. They're saying it's 4 to 6 days, or the deadline may pass without enough opportunity for you to sell. All right, again, great photos are very important. Safety, this is the part that is, you need to be really concerned when you're dealing with Craigslist. Whenever you're doing business with a stranger from the internet, you need to take safety and security into consideration. Okay, if you can meet the buyer at a convenient public place, all the better. With large objects such as furniture, that doesn't normally work, and the buyer must come to your home. So what should you do? You should schedule all pickups during the day, ideally when someone else can join you. Before prospect buyers arrive at your home, put away any small, valuable, easily stolen items. For example, if you're selling a bedroom furniture, don't leave your jewelry box sitting open where sticky fingers can reach into it. Sounds like common sense, and it is. And yeah. All right, payments. Word to the wise, only cash when you're dealing on Craigslist. No bank checks or cashier checks or money orders. Yes, they're all like cash. If they're real, good forgery look real, and you're probably not an expert at spotting them. If you must, you can consider accepting electronic payments like PayPal and Venmo. But they can sometimes be reversed after the fact determined by the pairs. So be careful with that too. Use a secondary email address and anonymize it. Many of us nowadays have at least one secondary anonymous email address we use for any transactions we think might spam or scam us. Use this as your contact email address on Craigslist and use their anonymized feature so it doesn't get publicly displayed. Of course, that means you can have to actually check this address and frequently use, if you're selling on Craigslist, temporarily set up an auto forwarding to your primary email address for duration of. So if it's something you decide to go into business for, you can have the secondary email address forward your emails to the one that you check daily. Bland replies, and this happens. As a final note, watch out for bland replies that look like they could be mass responses sent out to thousands of sellers. These include responses like, is it still available? Rather than the more specific, is the food still available? Or responses that clearly regurgitate the heading of your ad and in full with no other distinguishing features. These responses may come from phishers or other Craigslist scammers. And a very good example, I just put there on the image, if you guys could read it, it reads here, a boy asks his father, Dad, why is the food so cold and bland? And the dad replies, your mom put her heart and soul into it. That's the kind of responses you'll get typically on these bland responses if you decide to be a seller online, Craigslist. You're going to get horrible people, cruel, all sorts of things on these ads. All right, so you don't need to repost your ads repeatedly. Craigslist allows you to refresh free ads every 48 hours. For paid ads, you must pay another fee to move your ad to the back to the top. And well, paid ads on on Craigslist are usually for businesses, advertising for employment, vacancies and things like that. But if you're selling an item on Craigslist, you're not paying to advertise it there. All right, so they're saying, don't take down your ad until you have cash in hand and the item is out of your house. Prospective buyers may beg and plead and ask you to hold items for them. You aren't operating a library. The first person who actually shows up with cash and hauls away your item is the buyer. Everything else is just talk. The final word is, as useful as Craigslist classified marketplace is, not everything sells quickly or for a strong price. So we're at 2 o'clock now. So I'd like to kind of wrap it up at this point and continue on Friday, because there's some more stuff that you need to know. And feel free to ask questions now for the next 15 minutes on what we've covered on so far. And if you have other concerns, maybe I can even look them up, and when we meet again on Friday, I'd be able to answer them if I can't answer them directly today. Okay, so you can unmute, and Isaiah, are you there? You can start taking questions.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, and then we have to do the raffle as well. So I guess this is your part. Are you all ready for your raffle today, or do you want to ask questions first?
Can I ask one question?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I came in just a little late because I had to use my phone. Who owns eBay? I mean, I used to think of it, I couldn't figure out how it worked. Like, I thought it was kind of free for all, but somebody must own it. You're saying,
Yeah,
do you know who
it's
owns
owned.
it? Or
No, but I can look it up. That's what I meant about asking questions I can answer. I'll be more than happy to
okay,
get
but
those
they are,
answers.
they're reputable, right? I mean, to me,
Well,
are they?
they've been around long enough to be reputable. The only thing that I've seen negative about eBay from time to time is that scammers. eBay has been broken into as far as the pay part. Isaiah, what do you know about eBay?
I don't know an incredible amount, but I do know that for the most part, if you're selling, as far as I understand, if you're selling, you're less likely to be scammed since you are the seller, right? You're just trying to get paid, basically,
Right.
rather than
Right.
receive an actual product.
Right.
The owner's name is Pierre Omayard, and I think he probably has sold it because now he's on the board. And I found it reputable, and just like Isaiah was saying, selling, I've had no problem. I've had friends who've talked to me about Facebook being a little sketchy, but it depends on what you're doing. Sometimes people will try to get you to put up money. And if they're using stuff like post office boxes, except always be leery of that. Get your money in hand. There's a lot of options, like Teresa was saying, like I use Zelle. There's the Cash App. I don't know about the other two, Venmos. I haven't used those, but I've had no problems with Zelle and the Cash App. I won an iPhone. I already have an iPhone, so I don't need the Jaguars or nothing. As long as my phone is working, it's fine. But I had a successful sale on eBay, and they took a small charge for it, and I had no problems. But again, Teresa was talking about, please be leery if you're selling anything. You can't do anything about big furniture pieces, but anything else, meet someone in a neutral location if at all possible, or have someone with you. Because just like she said, someone was murdered. A serial killer was stalking people on Craigslist. So you always have to have your guard up.
Yes,
Thank you.
That's the thing
Majority of
about
the company is
Craigslist.
held by mutual funds.
Oh, mutual funds.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
interesting.
interesting.
Hey, folks.
Okay.
Got a question.
Teresa,
Yes.
if you decide to do some selling, do you suggest you set up a separate email address for that?
Yes, a secondary one.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
All right, thank you much.
And use texting you're texting. That depends on which one if you're using Messenger, if you're using Facebook Marketplace, then everything happens in Messenger. So you don't have to worry about all that.
So
And
should you
another
use
email
another
address.
name, for example? Because people can find you through your Facebook.
Well,
I mean,
you
it's
may
still a
have to
part of
set up
your
a,
name.
you would
Maybe your
have to,
middle name and your last name. What do you think?
well, yeah, maybe your middle name, because you see on Facebook, it's your profile. It's there,
Yeah.
and you're using that. I purchased a car on Facebook, and I actually met the person, and she did give me her full name. But after that, it's up to you how comfortable you feel.
So which one do you prefer? Do you Facebook Marketplace or eBay? Which one do you like better?
Marketplace.
You prefer Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah. Mhm. But it all depends on what I'm buying or or selling. If I'm selling and buying a car, I use Marketplace for both. I sold my car in Marketplace, and I bought my car in Marketplace.
Alright.
I sold my washer and dryer on Craigslist. So it all depends.
Okay, I start small. Thank you, Teresa.
Mhm.
Hey, Teresa,
Yes.
it sounds like your experiences with any of these platforms was that the buyers all came to you. You didn't have to ship.
No, well, yeah, the things that I sold, yes, they have to come to me. Yeah,
Right.
because I sold the car, the gentleman flew in to get the car. So, but he was already checked out. Believe me, I had somebody do some background work on that person. He was an ex-cop. He didn't know that I checked him out.
Okay. Well, here's my thought.
Uh-huh.
The items that come to mind if I'm going to use any of these platforms, I have a ton of fragile glassware, vases, even some what is it, Waterford pieces and things of that nature. Shipping, because they're such heavy pieces, has always been a concern of mine. Anybody have any suggestions on pushing me beyond my hesitancy at the moment?
Just have
Deborah?
to pack it. You have to pack it really well with tons of tissue and stuff like that, and all kinds of bubble pop and everything.
Bubble pop.
Yeah, bubble wrap.
UPS has some great packing things. And you may want to include that packing stuff in the cost of the item.
Right.
You're gonna have to do that
Right.
in order to make a profit. But
Understood.
UPS has the best packing things I've seen.
Oh, and you're saying inclusive of even like a FedEx? Because that was.
Yeah, FedEx but I think UPS is cheaper. Also Home Depot, I can go there and buy packing things at a reasonable price to ship things to anyone. And it usually gets there. I've shipped a computer before by packing it really well. And it got there in good condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate
But
that.
I bought my packing stuff there. I didn't want to go with my home products.
Okay. Thank you.
It's actually a question, just in general. Which one is better and cheaper, UPS or FedEx? I've never used them.
UPS is by far cheaper than FedEx.
Okay.
I've used them both.
Thank you.
FedEx is, at least with UPS, you can choose ground, slower daily delivery. With FedEx, everything is, on time. Yeah, man, it's awesome, but it costs for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions before we do the door prizes today? And just to bring to your attention, those of you who win door prizes, please update us with your mailing address, because Lou's having problems. He just had one that was returned. The address was incomplete that we had here. So in order to, guaranteed delivery, we would like to have your mailing address each time that you win a prize. That way we know for sure that you're going to get that item. Okay?
Thank you.
Now, Teresa, how can I go about getting on the door prize for the winner prize?
Somebody's got to pick your number, and that number
I
has
don't
to
have
be.
a number. How I get a
No.
number?
No, you get a
No.
number. You get a number randomly every time you sign in to us. For
Anyway,
example,
Teresa-
Isaiah can't tell you what your number is, but maybe after we've done the prizes, we could tell you what your number is. Today,
well-
your number varies. It's not the same every time.
Right.
But I never received the number, and I've been playing, but I've been on it, but I never received the number. So that's why I
No,
was
you-
wondering.
Right, you're never going to receive a number. You're just assigned a number randomly by Isaiah. And then,
Oh.
then the group decides what numbers are being pulled out of the bag per se. It's like a raffle, you pull it out of, and we don't decide on the numbers because we could see who the numbers are assigned to. We don't want to be a part of that. But
Oh,
you
okay.
all could say what numbers you want and we take the first 3 numbers.
Oh, okay. So if I want to say, I can say 10, and y'all take the first 3 numbers or whatever to go from there.
Well, if you say a number 10 is whoever's
that
assigned number 10
number
is the
10.
person, right, that
When-
gets that.
Okay.
That gets
okay.
certificate. Yeah, it's not up to us. It's,
It's
we
not,
give
okay.
the choice back to you all.
Oh, okay.
Number.
Let me see
It's just
something.
like a raffle. Nobody knows the number.
Oh, okay.
We know the number, but we are not allowed to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to do a
So-
training session.
Yes, Vic, you have a question, Vic?
Maybe you need to do a training session.
Okay, so Isaiah, what is your range today?
The range is from
Oh,
1
man, I
to
have my hand
33.
up.
1 to 33?
Yes.
Okay,
man,
did
I
you
have
all
Somebody
hear
said something
that?
about a hand up?
Yes, I have my
Yes.
hand up.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay, I'm not seeing hands up here, but go ahead, speak, person with the hand up.
I'm Miss Newbie. Did you get, I was late. Did you get my attendance?
Isaiah, did you get her attendance? Isaiah did
Oh,
attendance.
yes, I have her.
Okay. Farah, you have a
Okay,
question?
thank you.
Vera, you have a question? I see your hand up. You're muted, Vera. We can't hear you. You're muted.
The reason I raised my hand because I want to give a number.
Well, we haven't gone there yet, Vera. So you have to undo that. We have to undo that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead, Isaiah. Go ahead and
Okay, can
Isaiah?
you hear me? Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Yes.
But
Okay.
we have a
Hear you.
we have a TV going in the background. We need the TV off or muted. Go ahead now.
Okay.
Numbers.
So the range is from 1 to 33.
All right. Numbers. Let's go. First
All
3
right.
numbers.
Remember to put your hands up in the chat.
There you go. First one is Maria Stewart.
Number
Second is-
33.
Maria says number 33. Whoa, Maria, you're cutting it close there.
Okay.
Not enough hands, so let's go now.
Okay.
Maria-
Can I get a Whopper Junior meal small?
So Isaiah, who's at number 33?
Number 33 is Vera Moore.
Whoa, you see Vera, look, there you go.
Coke.
Did you hear that, Vera? So Vera Moore,
Something. Oh, wow.
finally won something, huh? Okay, so Vera Moore is at, so you're getting a $10 CVS gift certificate. Okay, Vera, can you put in the chat your mailing address, please?
Okay.
Lou is requesting that. He says in order for him to get the addresses right, we must have it in the chat. Our next person is Karen Murphy. Her hand is up. Karen, you can select that number.
Number 9.
Number
Isaiah?
9 is Diane Joyner.
Diane Joyner, well, look at that.
That was
She's
the one who just
laughing.
wanted to win.
Yes. Well, look at that. It's your day, Diane.
Thank you. I won.
There you go.
Okay.
Diane, now you have to do us a favor. You have to put your address in the chat.
How
Do you
do
know
that?
how?
No,
See
I
there?
don't.
You're gonna have to stay on, and when we get to the end of the meeting, we'll
Uh-huh.
help you get your address in the chat. And
Okay.
then the last person, Shirley Thomas, has her hand up. Shirley, go ahead and give us a number.
Number 20.
Number
Okay.
20.
Number 20 is Juliet Chris.
Juliet. Are you there, Juliet? She was earlier.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Oh, she's there. She's there. So we got 3 winners without any difficulty today. We have Vera Moore, Diane Joyner, and Juliet Chris off. Please put your address in the chat. Now, Diane, you could stay on board and I will train you how to do it. And that way you can learn, how to use the chat box. And that was another thing Lou was saying. If you learn how to use the chat box by doing this, this is another plus of learning how to use Zoom. Okay?
Teresa,
Yes, Connie?
question, last week I won, do I have to put my address in there? Do Lou have my address?
I probably went and looked it up when you did last week, but go ahead and put it in today just in case, because we don't know if
Okay.
it changed. We don't know if your
No.
address changed,
It hasn't changed.
but go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll check with him to
Okay,
make sure that he was, because he did say he sent off everything up until last week.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, so put that in the chat. So I want to say that tomorrow we're having, who do we have tomorrow? We have Bite Back and let me see if I could find out what they have tomorrow on our the agenda, because tomorrow is Thursday already. My goodness, this week is just about finished. Who do we have on Thursday, Isaiah? Do you know who? I know it's buyback. What do we have there? Let's see what they're talking about.
You said who we have Thursday? Let me.
Yeah, Thursday is Mark Rivera from How to Select a Computer. That's if you're interested in buying a computer, you want to check in on Thursday, which is tomorrow, on how to purchase a computer. That's a good topic because at some point you're going to want to own a computer. And you may want to go out and, want to know how to go about buying it. So that's for tomorrow's topic at 1 p.m. And then Friday, I'm going to continue on with the other online selling vendors on, so by the end of this online thing, the pros and the cons of each vendor and know which ones do you really want if you're going to begin an online store or selling items just from your personal items. You'll have a better picture of how to go about making some money. It does work. My son started selling on eBay since they were teenagers. They're now full-grown adults, but they sold a lot of their items that they no longer use on eBay and made money from it. I've sold things and bought things, so it does work. So I will end today's session, wrapping it up. Connie, can you stay? Not Connie, Diane. Diane, if you could stay on and I can help you with getting your information on the chat. So Diane, what I want you to do at this point is to tap on the screen. Okay. And the bar should come up.
Thank you, Teresa. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, do you
Bye-bye,
see your,
Teresa.
bye-bye, do you see your name, Diane, on the list with all the names of the participants? Do you see that list, Diane?
Yes, I saw mine is the first one, Diane Joyner. Then
I want you to, I want you to select your name, put your finger on that, on your name.
Okay, you could
And
not
then
move
put your
a
finger on
video
it.
while someone has their hand raised. Somebody got their hand raised, so I can't
Okay.
do it.
Okay, I'll help you out with that. I'll go ahead. So now go ahead and put your finger on your name again, Diane. And you should get something asking, do you see something say more, M-O-R-E? A word
No,
saying, you put your finger on your name. You got to put your finger on your name. And immediately after you place your finger there, you should see the word
more. Okay, press more.
Yeah, press more.
Okay, you got
Now
raise
you
your
can-
hand. Chat.
Yeah, chat, select chat,
Okay,
select chat. So you've
I did.
selected chat and a window opens up, right?
yes, a closed chat.
Okay, now we don't want to close it. We want to type in there now in the chat window, your name and your address.
Okay, I can't even get that. It won't come up. Won't come up. Oh, shucks.
Don't be
I can't-
stressed. Just take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Take your
Okay,
time.
all right.
Don't stress.
Okay, you said, let's see, I got the camera and then I got 6 bars. What happened? It done went off.
Did the window open up when you hit chat? Because that's where we want to go. We want to go to chat.
Okay, nothing happened, seems like.
All right,
I'm sorry.
let's start again. Do you
Okay.
see your name? Do you see your name on the participant list?
No.
Yeah, it should be there. It's the second one. It's right below mine.
Okay, let me see something. It won't. Okay, tap it. I tapped the screen.
Tap your screen and then look for your name on the list, participant list.
There's no list up here. Maybe
There's
it's
no-
maybe it's me or what.
No,
Okay, I
no.
see your name down the bottom. I see mine's over here up underneath the picture.
That's it. Tap your name. Tap
Okay.
your name.
Okay, I tapped it. Nothing happened.
Tap it again.
Okay.
Tap it again.
And let me call you back. I'm still in class.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
tapped it again, did you not get an option saying more?
Oh no, well,
Yeah.
more up the top here, more.
Out.
Okay.
Tap
Right.
more. Tap
Okay, I
more.
did.
All right.
And-
Now, when you said what more, you saw a drop down came, right?
Okay, raise hand, chat, meeting setting, memorize
chat.
me.
Chat.
Okay,
Tap on chat. Tap on
Okay.
chat. Put your
Okay.
fingers there.
all
Put your
right.
finger.
Okay, I'm doing it, and chat came in the little
A window
box.
came up. Right. That's the box we want.
Okay,
So I want you now to put your finger where it says type message. It should say
tap
type-
here to chat. Okay,
Type message. Put your finger
Okay.
where it says type message.
I don't see type message, but the box it said tap here to chat.
Okay, then type here to chat.
Okay, so what I do now?
Did you type, did your keyboard come up?
Yes.
So now start entering your name. Put in Diane.
Oh, okay. Let's see. D. Okay, A-N-N.
Teresa, while she's doing that, I had
Mm.
2 quick questions I wanted to ask.
Go
And I
ahead.
had a
And
question
have-
as well.
Go ahead, Diane. Don't let me interrupt you. I just had a
Yeah.
couple of quick questions.
We just don't want to break her focus
Okay.
though.
Mhm, mhm.
You put in your name, Joyner, Diane Joyner.
I put
We're
in
gonna
dime,
break-
but it went out. It went out. Okay.
Yeah, okay, then hit the return. And now we're gonna put in your address now. Hit the
Okay.
return key on the keyboard.
Okay.
Now type in your address.
442.
There you go.
Oh, space. Then I need B. Okay, space street. Come on, S T D street space. All right, southeast, south east. What is it?
It's 219.
Okay, wait a minute. I got, did I get the southeast part?
Yeah, you put the South, you said you did.
I
You
did.
got the Washington, DC?
No, okay. Now I need, are you sure I put the south? I got to add southeast. Okay. Space. Now I go to Washington, DC.
There you go.
WASH space DC. Okay. Space. Now I got to put the zip code, right?
Right. You're
Okay.
doing really great.
Two,
You're doing good.
I ain't put the zip code in there.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, did
So
I
now
get
that
it?
you-
Huh?
Now that you've done that now you should be able to send it now.
Okay, how I send it?
Hit the
Okay,
send
so-
button.
Hit, yep, on your
I don't
keyboard.
see no send button.
Or
Yeah,
put-
it's
or
there,
put-
it's there.
It's on your keyboard or you.
No, it got
little
A,
arrow.
N, or, and then it got the numbers.
Oh, okay, hit enter then, hit enter then. Enter
It got
should do it.
return.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Ah.
fine. Return is the same.
return.
Fine, yeah,
Return
yeah.
is the same?
Yes.
Okay. Did I send it right? Did I do
Well,
it
let
right?
me see, I don't see a message showed up yet. Nothing showed up as yet. I don't see a message. Let's see if there's anything. I'm going into your chat to see if there's anything on you there. Nope, nothing has come. I'm gonna send you a message, Diane, and you ought to
Reply back.
reply back. Okay, so
Hello?
do you see
It says
hello?
from-
Okay,
yeah,
so I
it
want
says
you to
from-
tap on hello. Tap on hello, tap
I'm
on, put your
trying
finger on
to,
it.
but now the keyboard didn't come up. It just,
Put
I
it-
got,
Put where it says type message here.
huh?
Put your finger. You're gonna have to do it again. While you're doing that, go ahead, Deborah. While you're doing that.
Just two quick things. I wanted to know, I won't be able to attend Friday. Will that
Be a recording?
presentation be available?
Yeah, in fact, I need to stop the recording.